Hey guys, welcome back to Motorbear Studio. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And here we are with our dedicated unboxing of the Perfect Grade Unleashed. And that is the RX-78 Nu Gundam. I talked a little bit about this kit on our Gundam haul video. But here we're going to cover things in more detail. So let's go ahead and get things started. First thing we're going to notice is just how massive this box is. It barely fits the screen. This is the second Perfect Grade Unleashed. This one follows the RX-78-2 Unleashed that was released in 2020. We have a beautiful 3D render right here on this side of the box. We have the chrome letters, and the image bleeds on the other sides as well. So here we have the top of the box with the logo in the center. Let's look at this side, and here we have a close look at one of the fins. On this side we have this really cool image of the Nu Gundam, half of it showing the inner frame and then the other half with the body armor, along with some stats right here. And there's a lot of stuff going on the back. Here we have some bullet points. Very cool shot of the front and rear view. We can see the little figures right here of Amuro and Chanagi. Here's a closer look at the detail on the fin funnels, and there's a lot of detail going on. And apparently they do connect pretty well. And here's another cool shot of the Nu Gundam with some of those fin funnels on bases. Cool classic action pose, along with a closer look at the figures. Some information of the LED unit, which of course it is sold separately. This section right here focuses more on the inner frame. Some of the inner pieces are plated to give a more realistic metal detail. Very high-end stickers. Here's a closer look at the cockpit. Here's a closer look at the metal inner frame parts. Here's another nice detail. It comes with some cover stickers to recreate the opening scene of the film. Full hatch opening. And we can see right here on the right all these hatches that open up. Let's take a look at the LED unit. And as you can see, the box itself is really not that big. And for something that's close to 20,000 yen, it really isn't worth it, since this is what you get. It does look cool though. With this LED unit, what you can do is light up the head camera, the twin camera eye, chest sensor, the chest intake, the back of the head, and the cockpit when it is deployed. And just for comparison, this is the LED unit for the Unicorn Gundam, and this is the one for the Nu Gundam. Unicorn Gundam, Nu Gundam. So yes, not a fan of the LED unit. Honestly, I can't really recommend the LED unit. If it was a little bit cheaper, then I would say it might be okay. The only reason to get it is if you really want those LED lights right away. But I feel that with a little bit of time, there's going to be other options out there, especially those third-party ones that are going to do a better job, and it's going to be cheaper. Now, before we get this open, I do want to go ahead and make one more comparison. And that is comparing it to the RX-78-2 Perfect Grade Unleashed. And this is just to see how much bigger the Nu Gundam is. So we are definitely getting more. That could explain the higher price tag. Now, could you imagine what a Perfect Grade Unleashed Sasabi would look like? I imagine that box would be a lot larger than this. Let's go ahead and get this open. Here's our confidential instruction manual. Very cool blueprint. And this thing is like a magazine. Here's the back side. Opening this up, we can see that it is 3 boxes, and them together makes the Anaheim Electrics logo. Let's go ahead and see what each one has inside. Let's start with this one, and then we'll move our way up. Here's box number 1. Beautiful artwork. I really like how everything looks like a blueprint. This is very detailed. It is equipped with dummy balloon launchers. A closer look at the inner layers. Let's get this opened. This box contains all of the inner frame. Here are the wires. Here is the cockpit. Looking at all these detail, it is a shame that a lot of it gets covered. The skirt. And here are the hands. This one seems to be static. And this one that I'm guessing is to hold the weapon is also static. Here's the shield. Some leg parts. On this bag we got some funnels, and these are metal. At least I think they are. They do feel cold to the touch, and they don't bend when applying pressure to them. Some more metal parts. Our decal and sticker sheet. And these are not your standard HG stickers. These ones actually feel thick. Here's our water decal page. And here's another sticker sheet. And this one seems to be texture made out of fabric. Our engine parts on the other side. Here's the middle box. And this is the one that contains the fin funnels. Again, we have our beautiful blueprint artwork. Here we can see that when not in use, a maximum of 6 funnels can be attached to the backpack. Closer look of the transformation of the fin funnels. Let's take a look at them. Very beautiful. For a moment I thought these were metal. I'm going to go and say that this is the adapter to support the fin funnels. And without it is what makes the waist tilt. A lot of very tiny pieces. Hopefully you guys can see the level of detail here. That is impressive. Here's our yellowish orange pieces. On to the third and final box, and what appears to be the biggest one. And I'm pretty sure that this one's going to be the one that includes all of the body armor, along with the base and the weapons. Here we can see the blueprint of all the hatches being opened. Let's see what's inside. Here's our beam saber. The V-fin. Here are the other halves of the hand. The shield, that is massive. Nice detail on the back of the armor pieces. Definitely would be cool to add some color separation on these, even though, like I mentioned before, once they're equipped, you won't see them. But it'll still be rewarding, just knowing that they're there. Here are the fingers for the hand. It does appear that they are movable. Parts for the base. Our gold-coated pieces. These ones are more like brass. This is the runner containing our 2 figures. Here's Amuro. And what's left appears to be the base And right here is where the LED unit would go with your batteries. And there it is, our unboxing of the Perfect Grade Nu Gundam. Definitely a lot to unpack. I mainly covered the surface and didn't really go into much detail in some areas, but we're gonna save those for the build at some point. And even then, that build would take days, maybe weeks in my case. Do let me know if this video has made you want to get a copy of your own. In the end, is this something that I would really recommend getting? As a Gundam fan, I definitely would say yes. As a casual builder, it might be too much. And as a beginner, I would say hold on. But in the end, the decision is up to you. Thank you again for joining me in another video. Do subscribe if you want to see more of this content. And until then, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.